talking about let go and let God. And so that's the first question that you have to ask yourself is, what if I could just let go? Now, I know what y'all thinking. I can't just let go because I have this, I have that, I have all these things around me. I have to be here, I have to be there, I have to be this person, I have to be that person. But guess what? What if you could just let go? What if you could use your imagination as Neville Goddard teaches? What if you could use your imagination and take yourself someplace else and let go of whatever that thing is that's taking your attention and lowering your vibrations? So let's talk about it. If you could let go and let God and begin to enter the flow in your life, begin to see, and trust the God that is inside of you, that's sharing with you and telling you and giving you instructions and downloads, and coming from the Holy Spirit and the source and whoever it is that, you accept that type of information from. And so when you get to that space where you are like, oh my God, everything is happening all around me, let go. Let go and let God. I'm telling you, because I know if you're watching me, then you probably already pray. You probably meditate. You probably journal, because that is going to be required. Journaling and really getting it out. What I like to do is morning pages. I do morning pages, which is an idea from Julia Cameron's The Artist's Way. So it was in her book, The Artist's Way. Julia Cameron. I have to give her credit because it was her thing. But they're called morning pages, and they're just pages that you write in the morning or whenever you get up. I like to write them in the morning. Some people I know write them in the morning and at night. Some people just write them at night. But whatever it is, whenever you want to write it, write those pages. And what it is it's a brain dump. It's getting all of these things out of your head, especially if you're a person like me and you live a lot in your head. That is the most important thing for me to do, is to get those things out. And it's really become addicting. Like, I started doing it years ago. I learned about it and I started doing it. And of course, like a lot of things, it fell off, got busy, whatever, and just didn't make it a priority. But now it's a priority to get those pages done every day. And most days I've been good. Like, for the past, I think about 3-4 weeks, maybe a month, I've been good. I've been writing in those morning pages. I get up and I dump it out. And it makes me feel so good. Hello. It makes me feel so good. You know what I mean? And that really is the thing. Neville Goddard talks about it all the time. The feeling is the secret. And y'all, once you get that, because I've been reading about it and I've been listening about it and I've been thinking about it and I've been trying it and all this kind of stuff. But when I'm talking about letting go and letting God, I'm talking about right now, I'm sharing how Neville Goddard talks about the feeling is the secret. And once you get it, because for me, I read about it, I heard about it, I was trying it, all this stuff. But when it finally hit me and I finally realized that the feeling is the secret, hello, the feeling is the secret. It really is. It's like, when you start to feel it, then you know that it's happening for you. So that is one of the things, when you start feeling things and you start really releasing and letting go and entering into the flow, it opens up the door so that so many other things can happen for you, so that you start receiving the blessings that you're looking for. Letting go and letting God is huge, especially at this time, in this full moon energy. So let go. Just stop it. I have things that, it's almost like when you're listening to something on social media. You're listening to something on social media. If it doesn't align with you, then just scroll on by. You know what I mean? Don't stay there and don't harass people and bother people. It's just not for you, because there's lots of things on these apps. Lots of people here on YouTube that are talking about lots of things. If you don't like what somebody is talking about, just keep going. Don't be hateful and evil, because that shit comes back on you anyway. But we have to do that. We have to decide. It has to be a decision to let go and let God. And one of the ways that you can do it is sitting in meditation. And because sitting in prayer and then in meditation. So prayer is when you talk to God, and meditation is when God talks to you. So when you sit in meditation, and you begin to get downloads and God begins to speak to you about things in your life. Sometimes it's things that you have talked about, and sometimes it's things that are in your heart, and so You start getting the downloads. You start getting the answers. Things start showing up in your life that you've been looking for. Sometimes, it's love. Sometimes it's a good job or your business flowing. Or it could be, your children, having a good relationship with your children, because that is huge right now, because sometimes these children be children and so that could be something that you're looking for, but it'll start to show up in your life as you let go and you let God. Let go and let God into the flow. Because what happened is, and I'm telling y'all, I got this word yesterday in a reading from a beautiful young lady, and I was like, wow. She was like, you gotta let go of the control. And I thought, wow, because I didn't even realize as much work as I do on myself, I did not realize that I still was maintaining that level of control, even though I felt like and I thought that I was not. I thought I was letting go and letting God. And so when she spoke that to me, I felt it and I knew that it was real. And so I started doing that work even after that, right after. Because y'all know what? You can do the work anytime. And y'all, and for those of y'all that watch me, I talk about mirror work all the time. I talk about, speaking to yourself in positive ways. I talk about affirmations and affirmations, all of those things. Journaling is really huge for me, and I guess also because I'm a writer. So I write and I have like books in my head, and so I journal a lot. And so that's one of the things I know is so helpful. But when you realize and when it comes to you and you recognize, and sometimes what happens is you're having a conversation with a friend, somebody that you trust and you love, and they say something like that to you, and you're like, wait, no, I'm not that person. I'm the person that, is enjoying the flow. I've entered into the flow state. I'm not trying to control everything. I don't have pieces on the board, blah, blah, blah. But then you start looking at it and you look at yourself and you dive in, and, and a lot of times, it doesn't even take meditation for that. Sometimes you can just be sitting. Like sometimes I'm just sitting here in my office. I have a candle lit and things will just start flowing to me, especially if I have set my intentions to be open to receive. And so things will start flowing to you that you need to shift. You'll start seeing yourself, because a lot of times it's patterns that we have in our life. And we'll start to see those patterns. We'll start to realize that even though this is what we were taught in life, this is how we were conditioned, this is how we're in the matrix, it's not right. It's not right. It's not right. We can shift it. Just because this is how your mama raised you. Your mama might have beat your ass, every day and twice on Sunday. But is that the proper way to raise a child? No, probably not. Probably not. You know what I mean? I don't know your particular situation or your children, but, there are other ways to do that. Am I saying that, I didn't whip my kids? Sure, I did. But I tried not to make that a habit. I tried to make it the last option instead of the first option. There were other things and other ways to talk to them, other ways to discipline them, And so these are things that, will come up for you, patterns that will show up when you start to do this work. And if you're new to me, make sure that you subscribe before you leave and that you like the video and let the YouTube algorithm know that this is valuable content. And also make sure that you're following me on my other platforms, especially on TikTok at Intuitive Tammy, where I go live and do healings, readings, prayers, messages from spirit and heaven often, and talk about even more stuff like this. So join me there. I go live there daily. Different times. I can't tell you when. Because sometimes it's early, sometimes it's late, I don't know. But usually, typically in the afternoon between 4 and 8, I try to go live. But there are times I go live like a little bit after now. But I'll be there live just so that you know. And follow me there and make sure that you're checking out the things in my description. I have Amazon links. I am an affiliate. Help a small creator out. I'm also have a stand store where I also do sessions to help people with just what I'm talking about right now. Help you stand in your power, help you see yourself. I am there. I am a mirror. I am a reflector in HD. So I'm a mirror to help you to see yourself. And so if that is something that you're looking for, check out my stand store link. I have a couple of different type of sessions in there. There's a phone session. which is my most reasonable session, is $55 for 30 minutes. I also have a video session that I'll do. If you ask a question, I will do a video in response and send it to you. I also have a membership in there, remembering who the fuck you are. So that is for my people that are here, that are looking for community and looking for places to go where they can access information and get help on learning their spiritual gifts, learning themselves, aligning to love. All of those things will be in that membership. And so it is open now, and it is on the Stand Store where you can join today. So again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. In conclusion, make sure that you are letting go and letting God. And if that is difficult for you, continue to follow me. Keep following me, because I'm going to be talking about this even more, because it's something that I'm doing. So I talk about things that I actually experience, things that I'm going through, things that I'm shifting to help you, because I know that if it's happening for me, it's happening for many of you. So thank you so much for joining. I appreciate your time, your love, and your attention, and I hope your day is magical. And share this out with as many people as you know, because I am actually monetizing. So please help a budding creator monetize. And if you are a spiritual entrepreneur and you would like to come on my show, Straight Out of Savannah, and talk about it, I have talked to spiritualists, holistic practitioners, psychics, mediums, channels, human design experts, numerologists, astrologers. Trying to think if there's anybody else. I think, did I say holistic practitioners? You name it. In the spiritual community, mediums. I have talked to them. So if you are in that arena and you would like to come on my show and share about it and get on my virtual couch and let's share some energy, let me know. I think links are all in the description. So you can find me on Instagram. You can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Facebook. And you can also find my email in the description. Or in the about section, I think. So definitely reach out to me, or you could comment on this video and I'll get back to you. So again, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate all of you, and I hope that your day is magical. Bye now.